Welcome back. This is day 10 of what you should know about Jesus. We're looking at John chapter 15, verse 18 and 19. Just two verses today. We are going to be talking about what does it cost to be a believer. And it's not easy. So let's get into what Jesus wants us to know, or what we should know about Jesus. John 15, verse 18. We're going to start off with verse 18. If the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. I'm going to read that one more time. If the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. We're not talking here about people who say, oh, I love haters, hate all on me because that just makes me stronger. This isn't that. This is hatred to the point of people wanting you dead, people excluding you, people not wanting anything to do with you. That's what we're talking about here, that hate. And so, if we go to the very beginning, right, to the creation, before the creation I should say, we have an angel by the name of Lucifer who rebelled against God. Because of that, God had to take him out of his kingdom and sent him to earth. Now known as Satan, he has three objectives. Satan has three objectives. These are to lie, to destroy, and to kill. Right? For him, was there a way to get revenge on God? Right? How could he get back at God for this? And so it was obvious that in order to get back at God, he needed to get to humans. If he could only lie to humans, God's creation, then they would fall into a trap. He could then destroy their lives. And ultimately, God's creation would also fall into hell, just like him. Eve, in the book of Genesis, we have the story of Eve. And Eve was tricked by a lie, which Adam also ended up believing. And their beautiful place of Eden had now been destroyed. And now death was going to come to them, for they would not live on earth forever anymore. Today, Satan continues to lie to people. One of the greatest things is Satan wants to see people destroyed. And Christians especially, I believe he wants to destroy people who follow him. Sometimes it just seems like Christians are a group of people that get attacked the most. Right? Cartoons ridicule Jesus, and although we might say, well, you know, cartoons make fun of a lot of groups of people, Christianity is usually the one that is not welcomed. All other beliefs are accepted. They show respect for them. But Satan is interested in destroying people who have chosen to follow Christ. They pose a real challenge for him, for Satan. He doesn't have to worry about people who aren't really following God. I mean, right? Let's be truthful here. I wouldn't worry about somebody that... let's say I'm running a race. I'm going to run a race. I'm not going to worry about the person who ate a lot, has been not exercising and not practicing for the run. I'm going to worry about the one that has been practicing for the run. I'm going to worry about the one that has taken measures to win, to finish the race. I'm going to worry about that one. And so, if we are following Christ, we are practicing, we're doing what is right. It's difficult. It's difficult. And so, right, if we're following Christ, as Christians, as believers, if you accepted Jesus in your heart, we are on the road to heaven, no longer in the road to hell. And Satan wants to destroy that. In fact, he just wants to destroy all human beings as possible, right? Believers and non-believers. So, as a believer, people, and Satan works in the hearts of people as well. We're going to be hated. And we're going to be hated because of what we believe in. And Jesus says, you know what? They're going to hate you because they hated me first. And people dislike Jesus. You might say, well, he did a lot of miracles for them. They loved him. Yeah, they loved the miracles. They loved what they got out of him. But later on, as we read more of these stories, we know that a large amount of people hated him. Let's read verse 19. In verse 19 it says, if you were of the world would love its own. Yet because you are not of the world, but I chose you out of the world, therefore the world hates you. To belong to the world means to continue to sin, to continue to disobey God. People love it when you do what they do, which oftentimes includes something that goes against God. It could be getting drunk, sleeping around, telling sexual jokes, stealing, using bad language, etc. Things that are against God. However, if and when we do tell them that what they are doing is wrong, they get into fits of rage. Why are you telling me this? Who do you think you are? You think you're better than me, right? Jesus says you don't belong to the world, right? And that part that says we don't belong to the world doesn't mean that we come from another planet, right? But rather that we have been set apart, made holy from the rest of the people. And he's preparing that place for us in heaven, as we've seen, right? And each individual has a choice to make. To follow God or not to follow God. That truly is the question. It's not going to be easy. Being a Christian is not easy. You have to continue to do what is right. Every moment. But at the long run, we get to be with God for an eternity, forever, in a place, special place that He has gone to prepare for us. It is worth it. God bless you. Take care. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.